Welcome ladies and gentlemen to a brand new video. I've seen a lot of you with confusion over the item system used in Deadlock, so let me take you through a process you might want to get familiar with. First of all, you can check all of the game's available items to read through in the resources menu, but here it is pretty empty, so let me direct you across to the game's sandbox mode. Here you are going to want to select a hero that you want to make a build for. In this case I want to make a support healing centered build for Dynamo. After loading in, access the curiosity shop in front of you using B. Make your way across to the browse builds tab on the right, and then on the left you will be given the option to create new build. You will now be on the build menu, which for this I will name Enkindle Support Dynamo. Next you will want to click add category on the right. These will create your areas for items to be placed. For this build, I will keep it simple and separate items by early game, mid game, late game and optional items. You then want to click the box where you want the items placed and make your way to the items themselves. The price of the items generally separates them by the period in which you should buy them, so 500 soul items for early game and the 6,300 items for late game. Some items such as Healing Riot can be upgraded to a better version and will highlight the later version when you hover. Other items like extra health and extra regen are purely for an early game boost. So let's get into how to build. After picking Healing Riot as a solid sustain item for laning on all champions. My main target for items will consist of anything that helps with healing or spirit, with spirit improving abilities effectiveness. On the weapon screen you won't find much spirit, as this page is primarily for weapon damage items which increase your bullet's overall power. So from this page I'm going to pick up Restorative Shot for a slight damage boost and occasional bullet healing. Next, on the Vitality page, I want extra stamina and sprint boots. Think of these two items as mandatory on all champs. This is for your general mobility. Lastly, on the Spirit page, I'm going to pick up Mythic Reach for a larger healing pool and extra Spirit for an early game burst of ability. Once again, both of these items have later versions, which will come in handy, especially when you haven't unlocked any flex slot to purchase new items but still have souls to spend. And with that, we have our items for early game. Moving on to mid game, we are targeting 1,250 items mainly, although you can purchase 3,000 soul items here if you are massively ahead. The weapon section again has very little for our purpose, with Warpstone the main item here useful, which helps covers Dynamo's lack of mobility. Mythic Shot also helps to fill a weapon slot and improve overall bullet damage. Pristine Emblem is also really good here. The weapon damage and spirit gained is very unique to this category. Moving on to Vitality, Bullet Armor and Spirit Armor seem mandatory pickups for all champions to add to general tankiness, as well as being upgradable. Endurance Speed upgrades our boots, again mandatory. Then we pick up Healing Booster, which is the perfect item for us with 25% increased healing. Lastly, the two active items, Restorative Locket and Health Nova, round out this section for their boost to spirit and healing actives. On the Spirit tab, improved cooldown is super good for reducing Dynamo's large ability cooldown. Keep this in mind for any other champ that you play that has a large cooldown on a particular skill. Finally, Duration Extender allows us to heal for a longer period of time, which is perfect. Now once again back on the main tab, we have an issue. Too many items for one section. Be aware of this and plan accordingly. After removing Pristine Emblem from the mid game tab and adding it back to the late game tab, seeing as it is a 3,000 soul item, we can work towards using the late game section to gain all of the upgraded versions of the previously added items. You will notice by the time I have finished these sections that I did not select any 6,300 soul items. It seems as though currently that gaining the bonuses of cheaper items earlier outdoes that of having to save up for pretty expensive 6,300 soul items. I included an optional tab for these items. If I find myself steamrolling and achieving these amount of souls, that would be your best time to get these items. They aren't bad, they're just very expensive. One final thing is at the bottom of the screen, you can set the order in which you will upgrade your ability points. For me here, maxing out my heal is most important, followed by my ultimate, then knock up, then mobility spell. Make sure to hit the Save Changes button on the left and voila, you have yourself your very own build. You can also publish this for others to use, meaning you can try this one out if you like by searching the name Enkindle Support Dynamo. I hope this video helps you all out and breaks down the complicated nature of items into a more focused pathway. Let me know if there's anything else you want to know via the comments. Like and subscribe if you are new around here. I'm Enkindle, and I'm out.